Hello children, welcome to channel Sube. Children, I am going to discuss today question number 40 from the MCQ part of 2021 Physics New Syllabus paper. 16 1-ohm resistors are connected as shown in the figure. If a battery of negligible internal resistance and e.m.f 8 volt is connected between A and B, the current drawn from the battery is 1 ampere, 2 ampere, 3 ampere, 4 ampere, 5 ampere. Children, we have to turn this diagram 90 degrees so that the positive side of the battery is upwards, because then only we can understand the concept potential and voltage. So I am going to connect the battery like this, the positive side of the battery to this terminal A and the negative side of the battery to this terminal B. 8 volt battery, simple R equals 0, they have given that in the question. The battery is 8 volt. So first of all we have to find out the resultant resistance of this network. We have to convert this into a one resistor like this, that is the equivalent resistance. So let us do that. We don't want the battery for that. So let us simplify this circuit first of all. So you have to observe the path along which the current is passing when we connect the battery. I said I am going to connect the positive side to this terminal. So the current enters this line and through this resistor the current comes to this junction, and from that it flows like this towards this side and also towards this side, and this junction means all these places are the same junction. There's no difference, everything is same. So from that resistor also come to this junction, and this resistor come to this junction and downwards like this, and after that it goes upwards to find the negative side. This one is the negative side. So therefore the current after coming to this place, it must go up like this, this is the path current will follow. So that you should keep in your mind. So I am going to convert this small junction to a bigger junction. So these wires we no need. If I converted, if I soldered everything here like this, this one is going to be a single junction like this. It is going to be a single junction like this. It is a single junction. So the other junction is the negative side. I say negative side is this one. So I am going to solder all these wires together using lead. So this one is the negative junction. So here also a negative junction. These all things we can connect, but I take only this area for the moment. So think using lead, I soldered these areas together to make a junction. So the negative junction is like this, positive junction is like this, so there are resistors, this one like this one like this, then this one like this, and also this one like this, all 1 ohm resistors. So do you see, this connection is parallel, this connection is parallel because the battery is going to be connected like this. So there are the resistors, so like this it is going to be if I connected the battery. So you should understand or identify that these all resistors are parallel to each other. So I showed how it happens. Therefore I can shorten these wires like this. I can connect this wire to this place directly, connect this wire to this place directly. Then I turn this resistor a little bit so that it is parallel with this one. So I delete first, no, I take a copy and I will show, otherwise you may not be able to keep in your mind. So I am going to place two resistors like this instead of this one, this blue one is this one, this red one is this one. So I connect that to this junction, and the sides also I connect like this. So what is this? Parallel. So I replace it here like this, then I delete. So I converted, I didn't change any connections, the structure is still the same. What I did was I shortened, I made the wires shorter. I made the wires shorter, then the shape only the shape changed to this one. So now easily you can understand this. I can make this wire also very shorter like this. Connect, and connect like this. Now easily you can see these two are parallel, these two are also parallel. So if these resistors 1 ohm and 1 ohm are parallel, what is the resultant? 1 divided by, because there are 2 resistors, 1 divided by 2. Value of 1 should be divided by the number of resistors. So half. So the resultant is half. So now I delete this one, and I can write half instead of those 2 resistors. Now there is one whose resistance is half. The same way I can do that to this one also. The value change to half. The same way this side also, the same way we can convert, we can simplify, not convert, we can simplify like that. They become half. This one is half and also this one is half. So now children, after connecting the battery, the positive to this side, the current will flow like this, divide into three parts like this and get together again and go to the negative side of this battery like this. So therefore these resistors are also parallel, they are also parallel. So there are three resistors, so the equivalent is 1 divided by, since there are three resistors, 3. So this one also, this three resistors also we can simplify to 1/3, because they are also parallel to each other. So like this. One-third. Now what I do is, I turn this resistor, bend to downwards, like this. Like this I bend into downwards. No problem, I can bend, since these are wires. This one also I bend upwards, like this. Then I can connect the battery to this terminal like this, like this. So now what do you see? These are the current flows like this, come to this junction, and this way half of the total current goes, and this way other half, and they meet together, get together. So this line, can you see, it is in series. These three resistors are in series. So therefore we have to get the sum, we have to add them. So half, let us first add this to half of 1 ohm, then 1 plus 1/3, this one. So we can write 1 instead of 1, 3 divided by 3 plus 1 divided by 3. So 4 divided by 3 is the final one. So instead of these 3 resistors, I draw one resistor which is equivalent to those 3, like this. So the value of that is, now we have calculated, 4 divided by 3. So this one also like that. Because both sides are symmetrical, then this one is going to be also 4 divided by 3. Now these two are parallel. These two are parallel to each other, because the current divide into two parts and get together again after the after these two resistors. So therefore these are parallel. If they are parallel, what is the final resultant equivalent value? The value of 1 divided by the number of resistors. So number of resistors means 2. So cancel, then 2 divided by 3. So we can draw one resistor instead of these 2 and write therefore this value. So now what do you see? Can you see that now these 3 are in series? In series. So 1 1, 2 ohm plus this one, 2 divided by 3. That is the equivalent resistance. Instead of this 2, we can write 6 divided by 3 plus 2 divided by 3. Instead of 2 we can write 6 divided by 3, because when we divide 6 by 3 we get 2. So 6 plus 2 means 8 divided by 3. So that is the value of final resistance. So we can draw now a single one instead of all these like this. So the value is, final value is 8 divided by 3 ohm. So the battery is 8 volt. What they ask is the current. So instead of since the internal resistance is 0, we can use V equals IR. We don't have to go to E equals I R plus R, because this simple R is 0. Therefore just we can use Ohm's law. Then V is 8 volt, I is the thing we have to find out. So 8 divided by 3 is the final equivalent resistance. So 8 cancel. So I equals, when we take this 3 to this side, equals 3 ampere. So this is the answer. Answer is this one. Third one. So question number 40. Question number 40. The answer is the third one. So we have done correctly. So children, this is how you have to solve these types of problems. So now let us go to a target question. So children, I have designed a target question like this. Now what you have to do is pause the video first, pause the video and read the question and try to solve this problem as I explained the previous one. So now pause the video, don't watch the video. After solving you can watch the video. So children, I think you have done. So now I am going to show you how to do this. Let us get a copy and turn like this, so that the positive side is upwards. So the battery is going to be connected like this. To this. Then current flows like this. Some current flows like this. Some current flows like this. First of all, the current comes to this line. This area is all the same. So from this area, then current goes to this negative side. This side is negative. So through the resistors, the current like this and like this flows to the negative side. And also the current from this this area also same, this area also same, the same junction. Then the negative side is, this all wires are negative regarding these resistors. These all wires are negative. So this current also flows this way, this current flows this way to the negative. So all these resistors are therefore parallel, positive to negative, positive to negative, positive to negative, positive to negative, positive to negative. This one also positive to negative. All these resistors are therefore in parallel like this. Red line, blue line. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like this. The structure is like this. There are 6 1 ohm resistors. All are parallel. Therefore, we can simplify 1 divided by 6. No, left right we have to take separately. So let us take right side 1, 2, 3. 3 resistors are there. Then 1 divided by 3. Left side 1, 2, 3. 1 divided by 3. So instead of all these things, we can therefore draw. Let us try to undo. Remember 1 divided by 3. Oh, can't. So delete all these things, and instead of all these things we can draw 1 divided by 3. This one 1 divided by 3, this one 1 divided by 3, because we discussed that this junction is positive, this wire is negative, so from positive to negative, right side 1 divided by 3, left side 1 divided by 3. That is how we simplified this. Then this side also like that, the same, because symmetric. Therefore we can delete these parts and write these 2 as 1 divided by 3, 1 divided by 3. Now what do you see? The current goes like this. So here divide into 3 and all gather again all together to this junction, and also the same thing happens. So if current divides like this and gather after the resistors, what are they? They are in parallel. They are in parallel. Therefore we can simplify these 3. If there are 3 resistors in parallel, we have to take the value of one resistor, that is 1, so divide by the number of resistor 3, so 1/3, that is the equivalent resistance for this part. So the same way like this you can simplify. So now the current, let us again watch the current, observe the current. The current goes like this and like this to the negative side. So this one is the negative side of the battery, this is the positive side of the battery, like this. So the current leaves the positive side like this and go to the negative side of the battery like this. So this is the path. So this resistor and this is resistor and this resistor, those are series. So instead of those 3 resistors, we can write 1 over 3, then plus 1 over 3 plus 1 over 3, that means 3 divided by 3, then 1 ohm. We connect like this, 1 ohm. So here also 1 ohm. Now what happens? Current flows like this and divide to this way, divide to this way. So both after the 1 ohm get together again. So therefore these resistors are parallel to each other. Or otherwise I can draw like this. I can take this, I can drag this wire to this side, like this. First I take this and turn like this and fix it here like this to the, first I connect it to the same junction like this. It was here like this. So what can we do? This extra wire we can delete and connect to this junction like this. This side also we can do the same thing. Connect this wire to this place, and also now after that we can connect, instead of this junction we can connect this wire to this place and delete, remove this wire, extra wires. So this one to this one, because there are no any other components here, like this. So 1 1, then you can see easily parallel, then 1 1 parallel, then 1 divided by, there are 2 resistors, then half. This one is going to be half. So this one we remove, 1 we draw instead of 2. So now the current flows like this way to this junction, from there to the battery, from the battery to this terminal. So these are series now, 1 half 1 1 1 2, then 2 half, 2 plus half, then we can write 4 divided by 2 instead of then 5 divided by 2, that means 2.5. So that is the final equivalent resistance of the resistor. So like this, now our circuit is simplified. The battery is 5 volt, simple R 0, the current we have to find. So this is the resistor. So V equals IR, since simple R is 0, 5 volt, I R is 2.5. So I equals 5 divided by 2.5, that means 2 ampere. So the answer is this one, second one. So children, if you had choose this answer after calculation, not just 1 2 3 4 5, after calculation, we can say you are a genius one, genius one. So if you followed these steps, you are successful. So children, now let us face the target question 2. I have changed the circuit. So as previously, you have to pause the video and read the question and observe the circuit given and try to answer. Pause the video. I think children, now you have found the answer. So now I am going to discuss the question. So as previously, I turned the circuit. So let us observe thoroughly how the current flows. The current enters this line when we connected it to a battery like this, and flows like this, seeking the negative side. All these are positive. Current seeks the negative side. These sides are all negative. These sides are all negative. Regarding only these few resistors. Then what do you see? What has happened to this resistor? This resistor is connected the both sides by a conductor. This is a conductor wire. If a resistor is connected both ends by a wire like this, what happens? It is, we say, shorted. That resistor is short circuit. So we say this one is a short circuit. So that has happened here. If the resistor is short circuited, then the current doesn't flow after this 1 ohm resistor. The current coming to this line goes directly this way towards the negative of the battery without going through this resistor. Therefore we can remove that. It is useless. It is short circuit. That resistor is being short circuit. So therefore this one also the same. We have to remove. Useless. Then what do we get? The previous question again we have front of us. This one also we can remove because it is also short circuited by this wire. So this one also short circuited by this wire. So therefore we have to remove these resistors. Current doesn't flow through these resistors because there is an easy path. This way is easy. No need to go to the resistor. So therefore the current coming here doesn't go this way, just goes this way towards the battery like this, and some current goes this way, some current goes this way, some current goes this way, but never this way. Therefore we remove those resistors. They are shorted. So now you have received the previous circuit. So the answer you know already. For the previous question we got this one, I think 2 ampere because battery was 5 volt. So the answer is for this one. You don't have much to do, only you have to identify that this resistor is useless. You can remove this and since you have done the target question 1, you don't have to calculate again. If you are given this one as a new question, you have to calculate following the path that we used in this one, target question 1. So same way you have to find out the answer, then you will get this one. So children, I think now that is enough for today, because otherwise the video will be very longer. Therefore I am going to wind up. So children, I think you are happy, because I discussed the original paper, this one, the question number 40, and I gave you target questions 1 and 2 target questions, and also I showed you how to simplify these circuits and reach the answer. So I think you are happy. So make me happy also by subscribing if you haven't still subscribed my channel. Only if you haven't subscribed, otherwise don't subscribe twice, then it will be cancelled. If you haven't still subscribed, please subscribe my channel, because I made you happy, so you are ought to make me happy too. Then see you tomorrow at 6 o'clock. Goodbye.